I'm Tonya.
And I'm Genesis.
And this is the Page in My Diary podcast where we will be talking about current and past events and life experiences.
Period. So if you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to this YouTube channel and leave a comment down in the comment section of what you want us to talk about next time. And if you're listening to this on iTunes and Spotify, rate us, subscribe. Subscribe. 5's only. 10 if you can.
Right.
Because we're dimes over here.
Okay.
And then leave this on repeat so you can listen to this,
Yes. Yes, subscribe to us on every platform.
Period.
And speaking of periods, today we are going to be talking about the big red elephant in the room. We are going to be talking about periods.
No tampon.
Menstrual cycles. We are going to dive into this topic because when I was coming up with it, when I was thinking about creating this podcast, I wanted to talk about everything. And I think women's issues, women's health, things that women's bodies go through, we need to normalize it and talk about it more freely. And we have our period and menstrual cycle every single month. And we still gotta hide our little pad or tampon when we go to the bathroom in public. And it's still almost like a thing to be ashamed of. And it's like, it's just what our bodies naturally do. And it's a topic that needs to be at the forefront of more conversations.
Yeah, I agree.
Because little girls are growing up, they go through puberty and they need to understand this. I got a little bit of information, but I think my mom probably could have gave me a little bit more than what she gave me when I first got on my period. So, I want to talk about it. Before we dive into the topic, I have a lot of notes, but I'm not going to read them all, but I just want, for anybody who don't know, maybe it's a man listening to this, and they don't really know what a menstrual cycle is. I'm going to just give you like an overview of biologically and scientifically what a menstrual cycle is. It's called menstruation, aka having your period. It's when the blood tissue from your uterus comes out of your vagina. It usually happens every month. So to dumb it down for you, it's basically our body drops an egg every month, and if somebody's sperm fertilizes it, you get pregnant. But if the sperm don't fertilize the egg, our uterus don't need that anymore. So it sheds all that, and that's why we bleed out of our vagina. And voila, you are on your period. And usually from 12 to 14 is when you start getting it, and then between the ages of 45 and 55 is when you stop getting it, and that's called menopause. And then PMS is another symptom, premenstrual symptoms, and that happens. Some people get it, some people don't. And it tends to be like food cravings, tender breasts, being bloated, weight gain, mood swings, things like that. That's premenstrual symptoms or PMS. And you'll hear us talking about that during this podcast. So that's just a quick overview for those who don't know what a period is, a menstrual cycle, and all those things. So we're going to get right into the questions that I have. So Genesis, how old were you when you started your period, and what was that experience like?
Alright, so boom. So like I told everybody, my life is like a real life sitcom. So this is what happened. So I was in school. I was in 6th grade. And that week where y'all have to go over the human body? Alright, it was that week. And it was the day we were talking about periods.
Really?
And I went to the bathroom and I went to go pee. And it was like blood. And I was like, oh my God. And I was scared.
Is this for real?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Your life is really like a telenovela.
I be telling people this and they just don't believe me. So I came out the classroom talking about the periods. I went to the bathroom. I was like, oh my God, am I bleeding? I'm dying. And then I was like, oh no, okay, this is obviously we just had this conversation. I know how to handle this.
Right.
But like I didn't at all because I know what I was doing. So I just told my teacher, I was like, hey, Miss Connolly, I need a quarter. And she gave me a quarter, and they only had tampons in the bathroom.
Oh my God. So you used a tampon?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
That was too much too fast too soon. I didn't even know.
Oh, okay.
I just got introduced to the game.
Right.
So I was 12, and we were having the period talk the day that I got my period, and then
wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, I was just
Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow, that's kind of traumatic.
Yeah. Well, that's why I remember the story so vividly, because it was the period talk day.
Dang, we was about the same age. So you was like what, 12?
Yeah.
Okay, I was 12 But you know, my birthday almost considered late. I was 12, but I was in the 7th grade.
Oh, okay.
And I remember. So the thing is, like, so my stepmom Angie, she did tell me about it a little bit, but maybe she could have been a little bit more specific with me, because I remember I had a sleepover, and I remember I really believe I started my period at my sleepover because I had discharge that was like brown, but it wasn't a lot. It wasn't red, and I didn't know what to think, and it was just almost like I was spotted.
Okay.
So I didn't make a big deal about it, but then it happened again next month, and I just got scared. I remember I was at lunch, and I just kept feeling like you know how you feel when you're on your period. It wasn't heavy or nothing, but it was just enough for me. I had a breakdown. I went home because you know I'm extra. So so I went home to my mom like, I'm probably gonna be in trouble, but I think I'm on my period, and I ain't say nothing last month, and I don't know what to do. And it was
a lot. Be in trouble.
Yeah, I did, because I didn't tell her the month before that I had actually had my period, and she was just like, "Oh, it's gonna be okay. Let's go buy you some pads." And she bought me my own little pads, and she said, she said every month you need to tell me when you come on your period. And now that I'm older, I know she was just trying to make sure, you know, I was having my period every month. I get it. But hey, that mothers do that, because every month, like clockwork, I would let her know like I'm on my period and stuff, and I need pads and all that. But it was weird for me. It was weird. But I was in 7th grade. I was 12, and I think most girls was like starting their periods, and I wasn't responsible with it either though. Like, I would forget to take my pads to school and all kind of stuff, just because you still a kid,
right?
And you don't be responsible with it like you are when you're an adult.
Yeah. And
you bleeding like a freaking person who laying on the table getting open heart surgery.
Really confused. When you get older, you just be like, man, I gotta go to work.
Yeah, you gotta thug it out.
Well,
so every 28 days is what our menstrual cycle is supposed to look like, and most people do go every 28 days. Mm-hmm. So what is it like? Like, what is it like when you're on your cycle? Like, what is life like for Genesis when your period come on?
I really be chilling, because I think that my personality is mostly the same. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty dramatic, and I have a big personality. So I feel like I'm like actually the least dramatic I can ever be in my life when I'm on a period.
Really?
I be chilling, like.
That's good.
But yeah, it's like
no food cravings, no cramps, like nothing.
I think like I pretty much kind of got it down, at least for myself. Like, I kind of have an idea. Mm-hmm. The first few days, or.
And are you pretty regular? Like, basically every 28 to 30 days?
Yeah, it's like, I start having like symptoms of it maybe a week and a half before. Okay. And I just be like a little bit irritated, like, okay.
Right, come on. Right.
What are we gonna do? But yeah, I really just be chilling, and
dang, you are.
It usually never catch me by surprise. I always be like, oh.
So you kind of in tune with your body then.
Yeah,
that's good.
I do my best. Yeah.
That's the purpose of us talking about this, just to put a pin in that. Start understanding and learning this stuff, because you can be going through it and not even realize that it's just you PMSing or ovulating or something.
Exactly.
And you just not in tune with your body like that. And I would recommend the Flow app. My friend told me about the Flow app, and I've been on it for a couple months now, and it's very helpful and pretty on track. It tell me when I'm ovulating. Like, I was just telling mama the other day, like, it told me today, it said on this day you can get pregnant. This is your highest chance of getting pregnant.
And you need to sit in the house on that day.
Right.
The whole day.
Sit your tail down and keep them knees locked. But girl, I'll be a whole different person. Like, I be dreading my period, because it's like ibuprofen around the clock. Cause I be cramping. Like, if I don't take ibuprofen around the clock, I really be in pain. I mean, back pain. It go down to my legs. My whole mood changed. Like, I be so emotional. I'm already a crybaby, but it just, heightened. Like anything, like LJ can just look cute, and I'd be like, and I had him in the journey of our life, and I just be all in my feelings.
I
like,
can just see Latoya doing that.
We done
Trying to
been
have
through so much together.
Trying to have a full conversation with LJ about her birth.
Like, LJ, life been rough for us, but we making it. Like, just being extra for no reason. I give into all my cravings, but I typically be craving sweet stuff. That's it. That's about the only time that you will really see me. Like, I might have some kind of chocolate or whatever sweet I wanted, so I give into my cravings. And I'm usually an on-the-go person most of the time, but that is the time where I'm not as on the go, because I really be in pain. Like, I really be in pain, and I don't have a long period though, but that didn't happen until after I turned 25. It used to be like 7 days, then it went to 5, and now it's like 3. For real, like 3 days and I'm good. I'm off. But the first day, it'd be like.
But I guess when it's more condensed,
be like a murder scene.
I guess the more condensed it gets,
yeah.
the harder it's gonna hit you.
Yeah. So that's typically what it looks like for me. So
everybody
around me just know.
Mine is like 5 days.
Okay.
And it's pretty much like the first day. Like I said, I usually be chilling. It's not that like I think I get cramps, but I'm a thug first, so I'm not gonna be like. I just like, I get it from my mama. I take like maybe 7 to 10 ibuprofen, and then I'm good for the day.
Good.
And then the next day I just be like, oh,
girl, I be struggling for real. I don't know how I be making it, but my back be hurting. So like,
you say you don't know how you be making it.
I feel like I wish we can start. Maybe we need to put this, like, submit this to is it the Senate? Yep. We need to try to get a bill passed for sick days, or like we need time off when we on our period. For real, women, we need to have a lot of days where we can just have at least 1 or 2 days off our period. That would be so dope.
I think for some women, like for me, I probably would never take a day off from my period just because I'm driven and motivated, and I can do anything through Christ who strengthens me. But
while on your period.
But I know that some women, like, they actually have, like, they really need like bed rest.
Sometimes it take you out, for real.
Yeah, like
for real,
first days you be like, I've had days where I just would get out the shower and just lay on my bed naked and just lay there for like 2 hours and then go to sleep and wake up.
Yeah, it's real. It's we laughing about it, but it's our bodies literally, like, something is bleeding out of us. So it's definitely something going on inside the body,
right?
And it's obviously painful.
Yeah.
So and the hormones, we releasing hormones and all that. So it's a lot. So I don't know. I guess my reaction to it would be.
Do you think men find women more attractive when they're in their periods? Because I always feel like recently, I feel like my face gets fat.
I was
like
gonna say
immediately.
I get bloated, so I don't know. I gain weight on my period.
That's annoying.
It really
That's
is. I
rude.
hate that. That's how I know I'm about to come on my period though, because anytime I get on the scale, it's always like 5 pounds more.
That's
and I be
rude.
like, I gotta be coming on my period.
But you could gain up to 7 pounds on your period.
That water weight.
Yes, you got all this inside of you. But yeah, I noticed that my face, because I already got I feel like I have a chunky face, but my face would get like really, really chunky, and I'm like, ew. And then I don't suck in as much as I did when I was younger, but I try to hit the little pose and it didn't really go anywhere. I was like, oh, that's rude.
Yeah, the period really make your body go through different. I don't know how men feel. I can only speak for the men I've dated and been around, and who really have been around me on my period. Because typically now I be in the house. I ain't going out and I ain't chilling with nobody on my period. But like when I had live-in boyfriends and long-term boyfriends, some of them could deal with it because they had the emotional maturity too. Some of them, like the most recent last one, I ain't gonna name no names, he was a grown man still grossed out by it, and I'm just like, dude, Anyway,
if
but
you
like,
say ew, then that's
like
not for
you
you.
lived with me now, so I don't know if it was just living with me and seeing the not so glamorous side of a woman.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That made him like, oh man, it's crazy. Like you really be bleeding and stuff. So I don't know, but he was really like. And it didn't offend me that much, but it made me see how some men take you being on your cycle differently, because he really felt like, dang, I can't even touch you. Almost like how, in the Bible they say you can get stoned if you around somebody when they on their period. When women was on their period, they had to go off somewhere.
They cast them away.
Yeah, like
that's rude.
That's crazy, right? So I don't know.
So
do you have PMS? We're going straight to the next question because we've been talking. Do you have PMS? If so, what are your symptoms?
So yes, I would say when I'm actually physically on my period, I be chilling.
Mm-hmm.
But the week and a half before, like a week and a half before, my nipples start to hurt. Like your breasts get really tender,
that feeling.
and I be like.
And you got some big ones.
Yeah. So I be having to, I don't like to wear a full bra, but if I don't wear a full bra, then they hang too much, which hurts.
Right.
I'm taking off my bra to get in the shower, it hurt.
Ooh.
And I just, it's really more like my breasts are just very, 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 very sensitive.
Yeah.
And I feel like I might be a little bit short with people.
Okay.
But not even to the extent, because people think, my mama called me a hothead anyway. But I think
you are.
Yeah, but I think I'm a little bit more short with people.
A little bit more.
Just a little bit. Stop talking to me for real.
Dang. It be like that though, on that PMS. People think PMS is not a real thing. But I have PMS too, and it was lighter symptoms when I was younger. But I don't know what it is. Maybe my body is shifting into my 30s, because when I turned 25, my body started changing, and how I am on my period now, I'm telling you, it be taking me out every month, and I be having PMS like crazy. My boo, I be feeling like I'm pregnant. Wait, if you ever get pregnant, you gonna know that feeling of being filled up with milk, and just it hurt. So that be hurting. Like when you take your bra off, you know how that feel, and it just hurt.
Yeah.
So the tender breast and the I have back pain though, so like my back will start hurting. I definitely get bloated, and my mood, like I don't even think I be mean to nobody. I be so emotional. I really be in my feelings. Every sad thing in my life that I ever went through, that's the time that it be them 10 days from PMS, starting with PMS through my period. Them be them 10 days I be all in my feelings about the saddest crap that ever happened to me. And I just replay it and replay it and replay it. Cause I be in rare form. Like for real. Y'all don't be seeing me on my period because I stay in the house. I be in rare form.
I wish I had that luxury.
Okay, so that's that on that. We're gonna go to the next question. What type of products do you use when you're on your period, and why?
Period. So for the longest time in my life,
Come in a little bit.
So for the longest time in my life, I was just pretty much using just a lot of tampons. And I just realized that, I really don't like to think about my period when I'm on it, not even a little bit, because
right.
I'm always doing something. Even when I was in college, I just always had to be at one place and then another. So I don't like to keep stopping to focus on it. So
right.
I would be using Super Max Plus tampons, and I just used to
What was you doing? I'm just playing.
Girl, a baby could come out of a vagina. So a Super Max.
I'm just playing. I'm sorry. That was super inappropriate.
A Super Max. I think it was Super Max tampon can fit in any vagina. I'm 1,000% positive about that. Anyway, yeah. So I went from regular to Super Max to Super Max Plus. Those are thick. And then, so I just was using those for a while, and I think I watched a video on Diva Cups, maybe a year and a half ago or something, and I was like, oh, that seems cool. And then I was with my ex-boyfriend at Walmart, and I just bought it, and then it's been working. It's the best thing ever.
Tell those who don't know, because you had to teach me about a Diva Cup. What because we know past tampons. What is a Diva Cup and how do it work?
Okay, so what a Diva Cup is. So it's like this. It's like a cup about this big, and this is actually like your whole period is like, I forgot. It's a video that you should watch, but your whole period this girl had a cup, and it's like not even a lot of blood, relatively.
Dang,
People be thinking it's like
bleeding.
No, it's like not a lot of blood. But so a diva cup is like this big, right? And it's silicone or like rubber. Is silicone a type of rubber? Something like that.
But I know what silicone is.
So like that.
Oh yeah, like boobs.
Silicone.
Yeah, silicone.
I think it's silicone or rubber, but I don't want to
Right.
I don't want to be wrong. So it's like silicone, right? And it's about this big. And then what you do is you take it and you fold it, and it's like a little U. So it goes from a full round circle, and then you hit it like a U. You assume a position and you put it up into your vagina, and it's like a little stem like this big, and you push it, and so it's just like a cup. So it's a literal
so it's
cup.
catching the blood.
It's a literal cup.
So it's almost like a tampon. The way you insert it,
but it's just way better because it's really no leaks. So what the Diva Cup allows you to do is it's 12-hour protection. So
that's good.
It's life changing. So it's 12-hour protection and it's reusable, which is what I like about it. I'm not saying I'm the most like environmentally friendly person. I don't like to throw garbage on the floor, but you just take it, you use it for however long you use it. I'll always rinse it out with hot water every time I have to change it. And then when the whole thing is over, you go ahead and boil it in hot water and then just put it up.
And that sounds way more low maintenance because people don't understand when you're on your period, or I was taught this, wrap that stuff up, throw it in the trash can, hurry up and take that to the big trash. Because that's the last thing you want is a whole bunch of like dirty pads and tampons. Well, because that stuff started to smell.
What I will say about the Diva Cup that it's not for everybody because you literally see how much you bled and however long you had it on.
So if blood makes you woozy, you probably wouldn't want to do it.
I mean, it's your blood, but all that blood hit you at one time.
Oh, okay.
So I wouldn't say it smells horrible, but it just smells like a lot of
blood what you're saying.
At one time. Because you gotta dump it in the toilet and then rinse it off.
Oh,
so it is, for that reason, that's the part that kind of was like, oh my God, that's weird. But just the protection and the reusable, I think a Diva Cup is it was like $30-something. And if you think about it, you spending $30-something on pads and tampons maybe every 2 months.
Because it's not cheap.
No.
Pads and stuff ain't cheap. The maintenance for that is not cheap.
And you don't have to keep... I like the fact that I don't have to keep going and checking it. I know I'm protected.
Right.
All the time. And I can wear all my favorite underwear.
It's still... Okay. Because me, that's a whole... Well, I'm more... When I first started, I wore pads and tampons. I wore tampons when I wanted to wear whatever panties I wanted to wear, and if I was just wearing certain stuff, I would wear the tampon, go swimming and all that. I stopped wearing tampons though after I had LJ, and I just was straight pads. I was just I think I tried to put a tampon in, and I was like, you know what? I'm done with tampons. And so I'm just a pad girl. And when I tell you I wear big old pads, I don't play. I have my little panty liners too because I don't be on my period that long. So day 4, I'll have a panty liner on because it's really nothing coming. But I'm the girl. And I don't know, maybe it's because the older I get, I don't care. I just want to be comfortable. So I don't want nothing up on inside of me. I just want it to all come out. I don't want no leaks. I mean, I'm so picky about the pad being big and thick now. I be debating about getting it depends. I'm so serious. I be like, you know what? I should just sleep in the. If I just slept in the pen and tore it off in the morning. That would probably be so much.
You don't even have to go out like that.
Look.
You don't even have to go out like that.
Look. Because, sometimes you can accidentally leak on your bed when you sleep. What people don't realize when you sleep, it's almost like when babies have Pampers and it leak out the pamper because they land a certain way. So even with a big old thick pad, if you bleeding heavy and you sleep, it could leak into your sheets or mess up, ruin your underwear. And I'll be like, you know what? If I just wear a little pamper, a little Depend.
So this brings me back to the Diva Cup conversation. If you buy a Diva Cup, you're not going to have this issue because all the blood is going to be in a cup inside your body. So you're not going to have to ever worry about buying a diaper. You can just buy a Diva Cup for $40.
Last question. Have you ever missed a period? And if so, please tell us the story of you missing a period.
Okay, boom. So I was in college. Yeah, I was all the way in college. And I was really just, I was just going through a lot of personal stuff, just dealing with being alone.
Right.
And that whole month, I just felt horrible. Like the whole month, I just felt just horrible. Like, I was crying every day, and I was like laying in the bed, like, what is life? And I just kept like, okay, but like, and I'm looking at the calendar, and I was like, okay. So I went to the nurse, and I was like, hey guys, I don't have my period. And they were just like, okay, are you pregnant? And I was like, no. And then they made me take pregnancy tests. I took a pregnancy test.
Genesis.
No, I 100% knew I wasn't pregnant.
Right.
I had planned an appointment at Planned Parenthood just so they could tell me that
Oh
I'm not, because I was like, okay, like, y'all, we figured out that I am not pregnant. But is it a tumor? So
man.
Yeah, it was just like a whole
I'm sorry,
full
I keep messing
month.
with my hair. I don't like this.
A full month of me just not getting my period, and I was like so sad the whole
Why
month.
did you, or it just was just happened?
I don't know.
It could have been your hormones.
It just got backed up for one full month, and I was just like, it was like not the worst month of my life, but everything got to me that month. I was all fat, and then I was sad because I was fat, and then I just felt fat, so I didn't want to go nowhere. Then since I didn't go nowhere, I was hungry. So now I would go somewhere and eat too much, and I was sad because I was fat, and it was just.
Well, at least you ain't had your period, and you wasn't pregnant.
No, with that I would rather.
But you wasn't pregnant though.
Yeah, but I had all this backed up estrogen.
Oh, okay.
Messing with me the whole month, and I was just like so sad the whole month, and I just kept texting my ex-boyfriend like, "I'm so sad," and that was it.
Dang. Well, I've definitely missed a period or two.
Yeah, because you have a baby.
So yeah, but yeah,
That's
when
like
I didn't
mine.
have LJ, when I found out I was pregnant with LJ, cause I've always been pretty regular. I've definitely always had my period every month, you know, like clockwork. And I was very in denial, so I'm kind of telling my pregnancy story, but I missed my period. I was so in denial because I didn't come on my period the whole month of
January. Or
was it?
December?
I'm trying to think. When did I find out? I found out I was pregnant in January, so it must have been. I never had a period in December. I don't know. It must have been December, but I know I didn't have a period. Like my period didn't come around. Like I remember my last period around Thanksgiving, and then I didn't have another period after that, or something like that. Like it went something like that, and I just kept being all cool about it. Like it's gonna come. It's gonna come. You know, people be missing their period sometimes. It be irregular. It be a little irregular sometimes. And finally, I just told my friend, like, I ain't had my period and I don't know. I'm kind of nervous. And she was like, if you don't take a pregnancy test.
That's the first thing you do.
Girl, if you don't go take a pregnancy test. And sure enough, I was pregnant. And I mean, I think I was like 7 or 8 weeks. Like, I was in denial. I was not trying to hear that. But it is what it is.
I missed like one day and I immediately take a pregnancy test. I just want to cover all my bases.
Right.
I don't even be like with nobody. I just cover every base just in case God decided to bless me. I cover all the bases immediately. I'm
You
like,
said
what's today?
one day.
I'm like, what's today? Just to cover all the bases.
Wow. And I'm the opposite. I never want, like, taking a pregnancy test is like the last thing I'm gonna do.
That needs to be the first thing on
out. I'm gonna wait that thing on out.
Wake the baby on out.
I'm gonna wait that thing on out.
I want to know tonight.
Because seeing a positive pregnancy test is a whole different feeling.
I know, I've never in my life.
That's
I
what
don't
I'm
even
saying.
ever expect to do that.
That's a whole nother feeling when it be the 2 lines instead of the 1. So I'm just saying. But okay, we're gonna get out of here because I'm telling all my business.
Period.
Okay. icebreaker, and then we gotta get out of here because we are way past 30
We really
minutes.
are.
We are gonna do a this or that for our icebreaker. I got this from the Love Album podcast. I love Melissa Fredericks and Kev on Stage, and I listen to all their podcasts, and they always do a this or that. And so I was like, okay, we can mix it up with some just regular questions and some this or that. And so Genesis is gonna go. She's gonna go into the this or that, and we're gonna both answer it.
Awesome sauce. So, my sister has a wonderful list here because
I make lists.
we're the same people, except I think she's more.
I'm obsessive.
Yeah,
Really
I would say
obsessive.
Latanya is like this much more obsessive than me. But I do make lists, but Latanya is a different level of list making. Anyway, so for the this or that question, we got calling or texting.
Like, which one do we prefer?
So I'm a caller because actually I'm more of a FaceTimer because I wanna see where you
Man,
at.
we should have put that in there. I ain't
when
think about FaceTime.
I'm calling you. So like if I FaceTime you, that's me pretty much saying, that's me almost asking you, drop your location. But
Oh, okay. I ain't think
because you know if you FaceTime somebody and they don't answer, that like what you doing that you can't answer the phone, that I'm FaceTiming you, where you at. But yeah, I'm definitely a caller because I just like to hear because when you text and everything is, to me, it always can get misconstrued very easily. Because if I say like period in a text, but my phone autocorrects because I type it so much, it does all caps. It does all caps for me because that's how I'm saying it. Period.
Wow.
But like if I just say period in a text and it's all lowercase, that's not how I meant it.
Right. They probably gonna be thinking about peeing on your period.
There you
or
go.
Something.
Definitely a caller.
I'm a texter, and I think that has. I don't know if I've always been a texter because I ain't always been texting. Like texting when I first was talking on the phone, you had to talk on your house phone, but now I like the luxury of texting. I ain't even gonna lie. I like the luxury of just texting because you don't gotta always respond, or you don't have to respond immediately.
That's my problem. If you ever look at my text messages, even probably Latanya.
Yeah, you got. She don't never answer no.
If you want to get in contact with me, you have to call me. Because
she really don't text nobody back.
No, I sincerely don't text nobody back, and that's like my issue. That's why you have to call me because
like you got a lot of unread text messages.
I got like 120.
It don't make no sense. I'm like, girl, if you don't read the messages,
I just feel like if you have something to say to me, you would have called me and said it. But like I will read the text and understand like, okay, like we're on the same page, and I'll like
answer it in your mind.
Yeah, in my head, like Latanya said, okay, on the 19th, and like. I was sitting over there and I was like, I looked at the text and I was like, oh, okay. Are you still coming over? Like, she texted me that last week.
Right.
That she was going to be ready on the 19th and the 26th.
And she just texted me back today. See, that's what I'm saying.
Because, like, what if I didn't text you back and we just didn't
But see, that's the thing. Since I enjoy texting, that's my preference. Now, it's not saying I won't talk on the phone and that I don't enjoy it, but I do prefer to text. So when you don't, that's a way to make me mad, is not to text me back. Not all the time, but I be like, especially everybody always got their phone. Everybody always has their phone, no matter where they at. Be in the shower with their phone.
Period. Josh.
So, right. So I know you saw my tags.
Period.
Because I see you on Facebook posting stuff.
22 minutes ago.
Right.
But you can't text me back.
Just got logged on Facebook and Instagram. Just like my stuff. Some people will comment on my stories and comment on my status, but don't text me back.
Can't text me back. Yeah, that's why I just call people, and I'll call people, and I'm really working on it. But like, I feel like if we're friends, I can't call you like 7 times before it's too much.
And see, that's my thing though. Like, and you can ask anybody who's ever been a good friend, like a good friend of mine, especially like. My best friend Tay, when we was hanging out all the time, she used to get mad at me because I never answered. Man, when I don't have my phone, I'm nowhere near my phone. Like, if I don't have my phone, it's probably on silent too. Like, my phone be on silent, on do not disturb. And so she would call me and stuff, and I'd be asleep. I'd be taking naps and stuff, and I don't know. I can talk on the phone because I call my mom often. I talk to you, but for the most part, text me if you're not close to me like that.
Yeah, because I don't text nobody, so
Text me.
my whole family just know that I don't text back.
If you're not like a close friend or family member, text me.
If
I
you
don't know you like that.
If you are a close friend or family member or somebody I just met, call me because I'm not going to answer your text. I'm 100% not going to answer your text.
So we literally opposites on that one.
My boss, and I don't even save people's numbers usually. Like, so if you calling me a lot, that's how I'm remember, like, this is important.
Okay.
My boss be texting me, telling me to, like, make sure you do this. And I be like, who is this?
I don't know. And then maybe, and I need to grow up. Yep. Oh, what's this? My hair on this side just look crazy, and maybe I need to just grow up. But texting is like a easy way for people to not have to have a conversation with somebody. And sometimes you just don't want to have that conversation, and you can be like, you know what, I'm gonna just text them. It's just gonna be easier just to text them.
Awesome. So this was a video about periods.
Yep. And I hope y'all got some information. Go do your own research though as well. I always encourage that. But you got to hear two women really like talk about our experiences.
It was a lot different.
Yeah, I know, because I did not know that you was just laid back and easy going on your period.
I be chilling.
And I'm a basket case. It's all good.
I'm a basket case. But if you like this video, go ahead and leave a comment down in the comment section and subscribe to
our YouTube channel, A Page in My Diary podcast.
A Page in My Diary podcast
on YouTube.
Periods. And if you're listening to this on Spotify or iTunes, go ahead and rate us.
Give us a 5.
Give us 10 stars.
Leave a comment.
Leave a comment.
And subscribe to us.
And leave this on repeat.
Put us on your playlist.
So you can have something to say to your girlfriend next time.
Right.
She's on her period.
Period.
Periods.
All right, we out of here. Bye.